Welcome once again to another edition of Geek Culture Congress. I'm one of those always Little Speedy Jr. Gonzalez, accompanied by my good friend, the world famous DJ and influencer, Mr. Joey Franchises in the building. How you doing, sir?
What's good?
What's
I'm
good,
feeling
man?
great.
Feeling great, man.
Recovering
hmm
from Super Bowl weekend.
Oh man, congratulations to the Bucks, man. Tampa Bay's in the building. I'm repping the hat. You can see the hat thing.
I see that.
I got my
Yeah,
I got my own championship hat thing. Oh man, we're having a good time, man. Man, talking about other great things that happened this weekend, man. We got another uh dimensional shattering episode of WandaVision. Woo! Expectations all through the roof. Just in 20 minutes. How long is the episode? Like 25 minutes?
yeah. It's 25 minutes to a half.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's getting wild, man. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna talk some spoilers. Okay, if you haven't
Oh
watched
yeah,
episodes
spoiler alert.
5 of WandaVision, I just want to tell you that you are missing out big time. All right, you're missing out big time on some really good stuff. Okay, and I want to tell you that we're gonna spoil the heck out of it, or at least we're gonna try. And if you're haven't watched it and it's something that you like, you might want to skip out in today's show. And I appreciate come back and when it's sitting there on the Checkpoint XP channel there, and be a part of it, man. Be a part of the vibe and everything that we're gonna talk about.
For
But
real.
uh, just heads up, we're gonna spoil shit. Okay.
In a
Yeah,
nutshell, we're
in
just
a
gonna
nutshell. All
spoil shit.
right, all right. So that's you've been forewarned. Okay. All right, and it's even I even put it on the banner on the bottom there. It says spoilers on the bottom there. That's what's going down.
If you're
That's
not
what's
into
happening.
spoilers, this
Yeah,
isn't for you.
yeah. It's not gonna be for you, brother, or young lady. um, man, starting the. I just want to say, it was not interesting that we're gonna jump all over the place because my brain is like a scatter shot after this whole Super Bowl weekend. So it's kind of interesting how they were talking shop about like everything that happened on Infinity War, and it's like how these guys know what the heck happened? Like they fought in a literal like empty lot, the final battle with Thanos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they were like, oh, John Woo, yeah, WandaVision almost defeated Thanos by herself. Oh, well, Captain America could have done it by herself too, whatever. And you notice that little like there was like a little hesitation there, like kind of like a shade, kind of like Captain America,
Yeah,
from
we're not talking about
yeah,
Captain Marvel.
yeah, Captain Marvel. I mean, sorry,
Yeah, she was yeah,
she
she
wasn't
kind of gave
feeling
a
it.
little she gave a
Yeah.
little hezzy. She got a little beef going on.
What do you think? What do you think that's about? You think it's more about like her mom was dying and I was her
Yeah,
best friend and she didn't come see her. She
I
couldn't
would,
fly.
I would, yeah, I would say that because she was gone for a long time. Because you remember in Endgame when she came down
hmm
and War Machine, hey was like, hey, look, everybody in this room was about that superhero life. Where the hell have you been this whole time? And
Yeah.
she's like, there's a lot of other planets that have had to like, that's got the same kind of stuff going on. So she's just been traveling, the cosmos, just helping out all these planets. So I'm assuming that they just never came back down to visit and check up on Monica or her mom.
Yeah. I mean, it was interesting. I think it's more like I think it has to do something like that with me taking us taking a wild guess while the speculation there, but who knows what it could be when it's finally revealed. Um, we start seeing I want to know you notice that the children grew up really fast in this episode.
Oh my God, yeah.
So like time doesn't work. It works really fast in this what they call the hex, which is actually a throwback to the actual what they call her powers, hex powers, whatever. They call the little bubble that she made for herself there a hex,
Hence why it's a
and that's
hexagon.
yeah, that too. So and I noticed that she tried to use her powers on her kids, and it kind of didn't work. And I think that's a little like a little throw to there, for anything in the future, man. I don't think her powers are work on her kids. Period.
You think that? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, like like back in the day, like in X Men, Cyclops and Havoc would have fights with their powers, like brothers. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
they can't hurt each other with their powers. Like they're just immune to each other's powers. So they would literally have fist fight, like a power fist fight, and not hurt each other. Just smack each other around with their powers, but they wouldn't get hurt at all because they're immune to each other's powers. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I think that's a little throw to some mutant stuff there too, you know, because that's a mutant thing too. Like sometimes,
for real.
not all the time, but sometimes siblings and people who are related to each other, their powers do not work on each other.
That's interesting.
That's
Yeah, I wonder if we're actually gonna get to see powers from Billy and Tommy, Wiccan and Speed. I wonder, if they're born with it. I don't know if she gives them powers, because she's just like kind of writing, her life as in the hexagon as it goes. It's just and then with the big reveal at the end, it's you just question how powerful like she is at this point.
yeah. Oh no, and she's very powerful because we also saw that like need to know video, and it seems like she was very aggressive and she went to go get she wasn't very happy that they took Vision's body away, I guess sword, and she went to go get it back. You know what I mean?
Now
We saw that little.
that was actually the end game. Uh, what was it? Post credit scene that got deleted. So
Yeah,
that was supposed to be in the end game uh, post credit scene, and they chose to just scrap it and I guess save it for the TV show.
really? You see, I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
yeah, because because
Hmm.
Endgame was actually set up to come to well, it was set up so that WandaVision can be next up in the as far as the timeline.
Right.
Um, so yeah, the fact that we got to see her just run up in there, bum rush sword, take, you know what I mean, take Vision's body as if they were like in high school being a bully, taking lunch money from another
Right.
kid.
Right.
Uh, that was pretty dope getting that scene, and also just seeing um her like, yo, she actually she's kind of spooking me out a little bit. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
So I kind of like this like
This different take on
the
her.
antagonist take of Wanda here. Like I'm okay like if she's just like the bad guy, like she's just lost her shit, and
I'm good with that.
I'm good with that. And but it doesn't seem like that because I see his Vision is kind of like realizing like things are not right. You know what I'm saying? So we see
Yeah,
in this episode that he's kind of confronted her, like he like she tried to like even like end the episode, and he wasn't feeling it at all, like at the end, like
yeah,
the weird sitcom ending, and it was like you see that she rolled the credits, the sitcom, trying to end the conversation. He's like, no, 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 we ain't done yet. Like they almost went to blows. Like they had that. I think that was the cheapest uh, special effects they ever did in a Marvel movie. They just levitated them just to show
yeah.
some some drama
Something.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
But it was good though. It was tasteful. It was like it showed like like yo like we're fighting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a regular sitcom couple.
Yeah.
Uh, and it's cool. And what I really liked about this episode is you seeing how actually kind of powerful Vision is, being dead and all, like how powerful he is within her hex,
Right.
and the thing he did with Norm in his head
Mhm.
and kind of
Mhm.
snapped him back into who he really
Yeah.
was.
So here you go. Here, let me ask you this then. So they kind of explain like the way her powers kind of work because when she went to go check out her clothes that she came out of the hex with, and what Wanda does, I guess she just changed the matter. Like she literally took her bulletproof vest and turned it into like a blouse.
Uh
You
huh.
know what I mean? That's why when she took a gun out, she said, "You know what? I'm gonna try something." She grabbed Agent Wu's gun and took a couple shots at it just to
It
see.
was Teflon.
And yeah, it was Teflon. Yeah. So like little things like that. You think that? I mean, if she could bring Vision back to life, technically, she could also bring back the powers of the time of an Infinity Stone. You know what I mean? I mean, she
This
was
is
able to
true.
destroy it. She destroyed the time. Was it the time? The was the
The
Soul
Mind Stone.
Stone, the Mind Stone. Sorry, what was the Soul or no? It was the Mind Stone. Okay, so I mean, she destroyed the Mind Stone technically before Thanos came back and reversed time and you know did a whoop de woo on her.
So I wonder if she has the power to kind of recreate the Mind Stone.
Yeah, but
And if she
I
could have did this all this time,
mhm.
could she have done it in Infinity War? and
She
kind of
probably
help
could
them.
have. She probably could have, but she doesn't. She wouldn't doesn't understand the. You know, I think out of her grief and
Well, when
and
they were trying to take the stone out,
mhm,
remember when they were
yeah,
trying to take the stone out, and
right.
Shuri was like, there was no way like she could have manipulated something to kind of remove the soul stone and just give Shuri enough time to or the mind stone and give Shuri enough time to kind of recreate to reprogram him.
Yeah, I think that's playing armchair quarterback. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. I don't think she understood yet quietly what she could
But
do
her
yet.
powers,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, because remember that there's a scene there. If you ever watch the Legends, like she like destroys like a whole like floor of a building by accident because she kind
Oh
of like
yeah.
lose a little control of her powers in one of the Avengers movies. Remember?
Yeah, that was in Lagos.
Yeah, and they kind of alluded to that too when they were talking
Yeah.
about her in this episode. Actually, I alluded to that moment too.
Yeah,
Was it
with
Lagos?
yeah, it was Lagos where she
Ah, you
was
see, and then they showed the little
yeah.
commercial about the Lagos about cleaning up messes or whatever. You know what I mean? So now it makes sense. Why they showed that in the Legends show and the little recap show of her, and then now they talked about it again. You know what I mean? Like she kind
Right.
of like she's got some juice, man. She's got some power, so she doesn't even know really what she's dealing with.
She's at
How
this
she's
point
wielding it.
probably she's probably the most powerful Marvel character on screen right now.
Yeah, probably. So when the argument, the final argument, I mean, I expect her to, I like the part where she saw something was happening, and then the old school drone was flying through, and they took a shot at her with a missile, and they pissed her off, and she walked out. You know what I mean? So that whole scene was very. I mean, I heard other podcasts talk about it too, but I completely agree with them. So you're probably gonna hear this echo in somebody else's podcast, but it was kind of Magneto-ish. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like she
Yeah,
popped out like yo, like this is my territory. Like don't cross the line. You know what I mean?
and they did pay a little homage to like some Magneto vibes.
Yeah, yeah.
The Ian McKellen version where you remember in the first X-Men where he turned the guns against
Mhm.
against police. She kind of did the same thing when guns were pointed at her,
Yeah.
aimed it at the one guy from Sword.
Mhm. Yep. I felt that. I know I noticed that, and I like that. And then at the final argument that Vision and her were having, like she seemed like confused there too as well. So like I guess the argument is kind of with Sword and with Monica. Excuse me, it's no COVID.
No
Um
COVID.
yeah, the guy from Sword just thinks that she's just a bad guy. That's it. And technically, she is doing everything. But Monica's like, no, this doesn't make no sense. Like, there's something wrong. There's something deeper than just her losing her shit. You know what I
Right.
mean? Um, then there's what we see at that final argument with Vision there, and it's like he's trying to like find out what's like tell me what happened, like what is this, and she's like confused, like she doesn't know what to tell him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not because she's afraid of it breaking or whatever. It seems like she really has real confusion. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
So that makes me think that we still might be able to get people who are behind the scenes, because I mean she technically lost her shit when she wanted to go get his body. You know what I mean? So
No,
the,
for
the
sure.
influence could have been from then, or the bad influence. We just don't know what it is.
I want to feel like there's something controlling her. I know we talk about like Mephisto being a potential
Yeah.
bad, like real bad guy. I think we're looking at Wanda as the bad guy, but I think there's more behind it and there's more to unfold. And I think Mephisto might be a part, but there's also that little, the Reaper mask that we saw.
Hmm.
If you pause the intro to the second episode where they're moving around the house, and then you kind of see like the attic part as the little cartoon is
Right.
intro is playing. Do you see the helmet of Grim Reaper? Um, so it's just so many different factors. I feel like somebody's puppeteering Wanda and doing all these things,
Hmm.
even with grabbing Vision's body. There's got to be like some greater, uh, you know, plot as to why she is the way she is right now. And I think somebody's taken that grief she has about. I think somebody's gotten her open to the part where she's expressed her grief and kind of used her powers, to they're manipulating her so they can use her powers and get what they need out of her. Hence why
Right.
I feel like Agnes kind of is a
Oh, what? I'm sorry. Did I lose you? I'm losing you. I'm losing you. I'm losing you to the Beasley internet. Can you hear me?
I
Yeah, that's
can
all
hear
right.
you.
All
Can you
right,
hear me?
cool. Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool.
I think I'm all in, man. This is the show I came for, brother. So like, and I'm quite all right with her being the bad guy, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm all for it. I think
Yeah.
it creates a good like lead into multiverse of madness with Doctor Strange. I think Doctor Strange is going to be on a mission, a big mission to actually kind of you know bring her back to the Wanda we know.
Right.
Um, One thing I also want to take away from what we saw in Evan Peters is Quicksilver. Uh,
Yeah,
like,
well, we didn't even touch that. So
oh my
so
bad.
get
Yeah,
to the end. No, yeah,
let's
get
dive
well,
into
we
that.
we gotta catch up to that because get to the end of the episode and oh Petro and listen, oh, it's not the Petro from the MCU that we saw die in Age of Ultron. It's it's and I lost Joey, but it's okay, man. I'm gonna finish my thought. We got the Petro from the X-Men. We got the Petro from the X-Men movie, man, from X-Men First Class. We got the earth shattering, dimensional shattering revelation. You know what I'm saying? That this ain't your typical MCU thing. You know what I mean?
No, for real.
Yeah.
This was wow, mind blowing, bro. Like I lost my shit when he was at the door.
I was just like I was watching it with my wife and I was trying to explain to my wife and she was like, "Who's that?" And I'm like, "Honey, don't you remember the freaking X-Men movie? That's
Yeah,
Quicksilver from the X-Men movie." And she's like, "Well, but isn't that different?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it was, but now it's not because they could do whatever they want because they own everything now, and it's all still Marvel and whatever and multi-universe, and that's how they explain shit." And she
and
was like,
respectfully,
yeah, it literally went over her head like when she saw it. So and I
yeah,
can imagine like there's being a whole bunch of people who are like who probably didn't even watch X-Men who probably were like, "What is that? That's not the right." Or had the same thing that Darcy said, like, "Oh, she recast Pietro in her TV show." You know what I mean?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, why
yeah.
just not bring him back to life? Why? But I guess that was the solution. Maybe she can't bring back humans back to life. She was able to bring Vision.
Ooh,
You know
wow.
what I'm
That's
saying?
I like that. I like that you said that.
Yeah. So her solution in her craziness was, I'll grab a Quicksilver from another universe.
Wow.
Yeah. You like my solution there? You
Now
like
you
my
just
deep you like my
now
deep
you
cut?
messed me up. Yeah, now you messed me up on another level.
Yeah.
But respectfully, like we all know, Evan Peters' Quicksilver was the Quicksilver that we deserved. Um,
Mm-hmm.
no,
Yeah, I know. He was the other guy was
respectfully, no
straight.
disrespect to Aaron, who was in the first one.
Yeah. I don't even
Uh,
know his name.
yeah, it was. I know it's Aaron. I forgot his last name. But he, he did an okay job. But Evan Peters definitely like killed that role. Like it was witty. It was just spot on. And
Yeah.
even the powers, I think Brian Singer did really well in kind of showcasing his powers and
Mm-hmm.
abilities. But yo, like
Mm-hmm.
seeing that happen, like you said, like damn, she can't revive humans. She can revive mute. Well, you know what I mean? Like that kind of messed me up. So that makes me wonder too if this plays a part in the Spider-Man movie where you got all these different villains coming from different movies coming into the next Spider-Man 3. So
Yeah.
did she unleash that as well as she was
Maybe.
like recasting Pedro?
Maybe. I don't know. We don't know yet. We don't know what the implications are yet. We don't have enough Marvel TV shows. We only got WandaVision.
Right. But
But speak
now that
about
adds
yeah.
more context. Now
Hmm.
that adds more context as to like, because he acknowledges in the X-Men movies that Magneto's his dad.
Right.
So I wonder if they're gonna bring in Michael Fassbender to be Magneto.
I'm okay with that. I
I'm
like him
cool
as
with that. I
Magneto.
thought he was a fire Magneto.
Yeah, he was. I'm okay with that. Or even if they
And
bring the older gentleman, I forget his name.
Ian McKellen,
Yeah,
Sir Ian McKellen.
yeah, I'm okay with that too. I'm down for everything, man. I'm down for everything that's coming. Did you watch the new trailer for Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Yes, I
That's
did.
on Disney Plus right now for anybody who wants to see it. That was
Yes.
interesting. There, they got like a buddy cop thing going.
Yeah, it's kind of like if I get Lethal Weapon, Bad Boys
Yeah,
vibes.
yeah, I like it.
These guys.
I like it.
It looks
Um,
good. I think it's gonna give us a nice little action pack. It's gonna be a nice action pack series.
yeah. So this
Just a
is
different change of pace
right.
from the WandaVision.
So I guess it's a Baron Nemo is the bad guy, right?
Yep,
From
Baron Zemo is gonna
for
come back.
Zemo, I don't know why I call him Baron Nemo. But he's back from Civil War. and he's got like
Yeah,
this weird mask and stuff like that. It's interesting.
yeah. He's got the mask from the
Hmm.
mask from the comics.
Yeah, yeah, that was interesting that they used that. Did you see some kind of connection? Because now we're gonna segue into our the scoops, the deep cuts. Thanks
Yeah.
to Mikey Sutton, our good friend Mikey Sutton, who drops all these scoops on his website, geekositymag.com. And I'm just gonna share this. How about that? Wolverine
Yeah.
teased and Falcon and Winter Soldier. Did you get that?
Yeah, I got the
Was that?
vibe in the city that
Why?
they're
What was it? Oh, was it
the
the city?
city. Yeah.
Okay, I gotta click on the article and see what it was. So it was they showed the city. They even did they name the city by name? Oh,
Uh
Madripoor,
yeah.
Madripoor.
Yep, Matt. Yep. And that plays
Ah,
huge in the Wolverine's
yeah, it does.
story arc.
Hmm. All right. Um, Vin Diesel still wanted for Black Bolt in Marvel Inhumans. Are you okay with that? Okay for some Vin? I'm
Yeah,
okay with some
I'm
action
cool with
Vin
that.
Diesel. You don't have to do no talking or nothing.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool with
I'm
that.
dope with that.
I think they're gonna utilize him a lot more outside of his voice and him
Yeah.
just saying "I am Groot" the entire time. That has to be the best paycheck in the world, bro.
Yeah,
Just to
shit.
say,
I take that paycheck. Action,
say
be the
three
action guy.
words.
You know, he likes that anyway. He likes that stuff.
Yeah.
Iron Fist coming to MCU recast and comic accurate costume.
Oh wow.
We're okay with that. I guess they're gonna introduce into more of the Shang-Chi and stuff like that. It's gonna
That would
be,
make more sense.
make more sense.
I would like a nice tease of that during Shang Chi. Definitely a recast. I wasn't a
Yeah.
fan of the
Mhm.
Netflix, the one on Netflix. So
So Mikey Sun also says that Marvel's Inhumans will be rebooted in Fantastic Four franchise. What do you
hmm.
think? Huh? Like get introduced like that? Obviously, they're in the Himalayas right now, so they're not gonna really,
Yeah.
they're not. I don't think they're gonna talk about the Inhuman show, which was horrible, but they're gonna just pick it up from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hate when they like try to when the people try to sandwich a lot
Hmm.
more. Like we're hopefully gonna get a very solid Fantastic Four movie. Let's just focus on that before we just start throwing
Yeah,
the
I
Inhumans around.
that's gonna get introduced later. I'm sure.
Yeah,
They're
let's
gonna do a
yeah.
trilogy or something. You know what I mean?
Oh well, yeah. If they mean during I'm thinking during the movie. If they're doing it during the franchise and later on somewhere in the franchise, that's cool.
Hmm. All right. I'm okay with that. Whatever if they do it later on, as long as it's not, as long as they don't stuff it. Like I feel like Spider-Man 3 is gonna get stuffed with stuff we don't need. But
Yeah.
Moon Knight to fight Luke Cage in an upcoming Avengers movie. Then so we're gonna get more Luke Cage. We're gonna get the the Defenders. Like we're gonna get them back. Either the
Yeah, we need
original
that back.
actors are gonna get recast. Well, definitely Iron Fist is gonna get recast. And but they're not sure what the future holds for Luke Cage, if he's gonna get recast or not. Are we okay with him getting recast, or you think
Luke
Michael?
Cage.
Yeah, you think he did good enough to warrant coming back to the big show?
Yeah, I think he was good enough. I think
Yeah.
he's a solid actor. I've seen him in a bunch of other movies too, but he did a really good job as Luke Cage, and I was
Mm,
really like invested into how he portrayed that character. And I thought
yeah.
honestly thought that series was so dope, man. Just how they incorporated like the hip hop aspect to it, like
Right.
it had some culture to it.
Yeah.
So and he
I
just
just
did a really good job. I would love to see him like come back and play Luke Cage and Disney Plus shows come through and Marvel street
yeah.
level, Marvel street level,
We'll see.
fight. Yeah,
We'll see.
things like that.
I just hope they tie up that loose the end of that the Luke Cage show, him being the like the crime boss of Harlem.
Yeah, with
They need
Mahershala
to
Ali.
they need to transition that to how he would become an Avenger. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Marvel's Red Hulk to clash in new Wolverine film. So I guess we're not going to get a traditional Green Hulk versus Wolverine.
Mm,
We're going to get the Red Hulk versus Wolverine.
can see
Little
that. I
twist.
can see that
Yeah.
a lot, especially with
So that
the Weapon Plus that we
uh,
saw back in the Incredible Hulk movie.
yeah, and that will make more sense because
Would make a lot of
that's General Ross, Thunderbolt Ross. He's not a great person. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Um, and that's definitely horrible if he's going to be the Red Hulk in the MCU. You know.
yeah, that's
Um,
awesome.
let's see. We got WandaVision details leak on X-Men Connection MCU. We just talked about that.
Hmm.
Chloe Bennett to Quake on Marvel's Secret Invasion. So we're gonna get more of some Agents of Shield characters and different stuff.
Yeah,
Starting with Secret Invasion. That I guess Quake's gonna be on that. gonna be part of that show. He's
Wow.
gonna be the step on star. We'll see. And that's gonna be with Captain Marvel, I guess, and with also Samuel Jackson's gonna be in that one too, and
Yeah,
all that stuff. So that's big time. No,
that's huge.
yeah, that's big time. I
I
hope
wonder if
that.
we're gonna get a lot of Secret Invasion like teases in
Hmm.
Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yeah. Don Cheadle's War Machine, the Winter Soldier.
Makes
So he
sense.
said, or somebody said that he's gonna be part of the show, or at least have a walk on. So I'm okay. Elizabeth Olsen is apparently part of the cast of Spider-Man 3. Yeah.
Ooh, whoa! I'm that. See, now it brings back the theory of me thinking that she might have ripped through more than
Mm-hmm.
one more than one universe. So
Yeah, yeah, she definitely messed up. She messed up something, definitely. Black Panther spin-off series to focus on the Dora Milaje.
Dora Milaje,
Milaje. Yeah.
I'm with that. I thought
They're dope.
Koye was really dope,
Yeah.
and that'd be cool for her to get her own little thing going on.
Yeah, we'll see. Or maybe a younger version of her. Doesn't have to be the same actress. Venom sequel trailer set to tease Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Interesting. I think we talked about everything.
I thought we were gonna get that trailer last night.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
thought we were
know.
gonna do it. It was so many trash trailers, bro.
it was.
Like
I,
the
I
only
was
good
like not
one.
interested in anything that was
Yeah,
on as far as commercials at all. Like I was
I
all into
was
the game. Period.
not
Like
saying
usually
man.
I'm not into the game, and I'm watching want to see what new movie trailers are coming out and stuff like that. Like did they even show the Falcon and Winter Soldier one on there?
Yeah, they did. But what they
Okay,
did, it was smart because they grabbed like a 30-second spot, and they told that they referred everybody to go to the
Disney Plus.
YouTube to go
Oh,
see it.
YouTube. There you go. Get
Yeah,
them clicks, baby. Them
yeah,
clicks.
get the
It's all
clicks
about
up.
that. It's all about them plays, baby. It's all about them plays. So you get your clicks up, man. Tell everyone what's going on with you, brother.
Oh, everything's straight. Everything's good. And finally, well, I'm hoping to you know, wind down after a long Super Bowl weekend. Definitely got vacation on Sunday. I won't be here next week. So
Me
continue to
neither.
follow me in the action and catch me snowboarding in Colorado.
Nice,
So
nice.
at
Don't
Joey Franchise, and I'll be
don't
on
break
video all
anything out
week.
there, okay?
I'll
Yeah.
try. Yeah. Well, I'm not skiing. I'd rather snowboard because that's more of
Oh,
like
and how can they follow you?
at Joey Franchise on Twitter and Instagram.
All right, man. Of course, you can follow me at DJ Speedy JR. I game as well. You can follow my Twitch, DJ Speedy JR, or you can follow me on Facebook, Speedy Junior Gaming. And if you type in Speedy Junior, also find my DJ page too as well. Thank you so much for watching us here on Geek Culture Congress, part of Checkpoint XP. Follow the guys. I think they come on at 8 o'clock with some Dungeons and Dragons live playing. That's pretty
Word.
dope. Yeah, I haven't played Dungeons and Dragons in a long time.
Same.
I'm gonna have to make a character and get on with them. See what happens. That's around. I used to play some mean Dungeons and Dragons boy.
He was nice.
Yeah. Make sure you stay up with the guys with all the esports stuff. I was at the Beyond Meta thing. I popped in and out of there all this weekend. Shouts out to Derek, and he was a great job. Good turnout. Saturday was awesome. And thank you so much, of course, for the invite and everything. And
Word.
we connect with some people, man. And your
Yeah, I
boy,
was
you do
hoping.
a show.
I really wanted to make it out there. I hit Derek up this past weekend. Like it was just rough, man. My schedule was out of
Yeah.
control this
I don't
past weekend.
I don't know how I made it, but I popped in, at least Friday, and definitely a little bit at the end. I missed all the fun stuff on Saturday, so I was a
Yeah,
little upset about that, but it's all good. You do a show with him, man. Why don't you plug that?
yeah, we do. On Money Talk here
Mm-hmm.
for Beasley. We do it as Joey's Couch. We have a bunch of influencers, curators, for everything from and we drop gems on about streaming, gaming, you name it, anything revolving around the gaming world, and esports. We plug you in and get the information out there and show you how it's show you some people who are really doing it in the industry.
Yes, sir. All right, guys, have a good one. We will not be back Monday. We're gonna take it off for President's Day. Enjoy your
Word.
long weekend if you have one. If you have to work, I'm so sorry. Don't work too hard, and we'll see you in a couple weeks, and we'll talk about some more WandaVision when we come back.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir, ski.
that means we'll have 2 episodes down.
Yeah, 2 episodes to
It's
talk
gonna
about.
be a stuffed show to talk about in 2 weeks. Thanks so much for hanging out with us and all the people that are live on Checkpoint XP with us right now. If you want to chime in real quick before we sign off, feel free to send a message right now in the chat room. And man, we really appreciate you guys tuning in. I know it's a busy Monday afternoon. You guys got better things to do, and we really appreciate all you guys for tuning in here live with us on Geek Culture Congress. Make sure you follow us Instagram, 3 words all together, Geek Culture Congress. The Facebook page, Geek Culture Congress, 3 words. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks, man. Peace up.
Space.